Hello and welcome back to the next part of our Megastructure construction guide. In this part, we'll be taking on the Nanobot Center. And this one, you're just gonna have to see what it needs, and I'll explain as we go along.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Now, this other one, you need to set up so you have enough AI hubs so you reach 2048 room for otherwise defense towers, but that is exactly what this one singular megastructure needs. Once again, extremely important to have a huge pool of energy. Let's get to it. Yes, now we can hopefully set this nanobot center up. Hopefully. Oh. Yeah, you just noticed again, I suck at math. Now can I set it up? Yes, finally. And yeah, as you saw, this one only needs a number 2 ton of AI hubs, and just supply it with a lot of energy.
Initiating construction of the Nanobot Swarm Control Center. This facility will allow us to coordinate autonomous nanobot activity across large construction sites.
Excellent. We need this center to fabricate arcologies and other very large structures. The nanobot swarms will allow us to construct massive self-sustaining habitats without reshaping the environment through traditional heavy industry. The arcology workshop specifically relies on precise nanobot operations to build structures that are suspended in the air.
Once active, the Nanobot Control Center draws a significant amount of energy and requires a substantial number of AI cores to maintain coordination. We will need a stable energy grid and dedicated infrastructure to support it.
The Nanobot Control Center can be a significant aid in setting up new base locations. Once it comes online, it will enable us to remotely operate a limited number of AI cores at any planetary location without the need to construct local AI hubs.
The construction of the foundation for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center is complete. Operational control array antenna is synchronized with the planetary scanner and ready for distributed assembly operations.
Thanks to this pairing, we can benefit from remotely operating additional AI cores at other planetary locations without constructing local AI hubs. However, this facility must remain fully operational at all times. Any disruptions will result in immediate loss of extended AI core capacity.
May I remind you, Ashley, that this is only the first step. To enable full-scale arcology construction, we must complete 4 additional Nanobot Swarm Control Center components. I recommend prioritizing their research and deployment as soon as possible.
We'll need a lot more titanium to finish this. Let's get to work.
And like in the last part, I will research the next level and upgrade the Nanobot Center stage by stage.
Research completed.
Base is under attack.
That's it? Well, that works just fine for me.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
At the current at level 1, it drains 10,000 energy per second. At level 2,
Beginning construction for the first nanite forge.
no clue.
This
We'll see soon
component
enough.
will enhance production throughput for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center.
This will increase our remote AI core limit. With the Forge online, we can control more units across the planet without building local AI hubs.
Additional 5k
First
increase
nanite forge
in
for the Nanobot
energy
Swarm
needs.
Control Center is fully operational. Nanobot output has increased significantly. Synchronization with control systems confirmed.
Excellent. That's one more step toward full autonomy. More AI cores at our disposal wherever we need them.
Research completed.
The wind is picking up speed. These strong winds can make our life easier. Wind turbines are spinning like crazy. The wind is calming down.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Ashley, there's a large hostile infestation nearby. These creatures are concentrating around a few nests, which pose a serious threat to our base. We should go there and clear them out.
If we don't do something about it, then they'll eventually overwhelm our base. Let's act quickly. This looks like the last one of those nests. This should make them ease up a bit.
Good job, Ashley. We can return to our primary objectives now. Initiating installation of the Resource Atomization Accelerator. This component will improve resource intake efficiency for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center.
That'll boost processing speed and let us activate even more AI cores remotely. Each upgrade gives us better reach without expanding our footprint.
Resource Atomization Accelerator for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center is online. Raw material processing speed has increased, which will allow us to support larger nanobot swarms.
Perfect. With the added efficiency, we can now maintain additional remote AI cores without overloading the system.
Research completed. Technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. Beginning construction of the Nanobot Recycler. This upgrade will improve material efficiency within the Nanobot Swarm Control Center by reclaiming and reprocessing nullified bots.
It'll reduce system strain by removing idle units and make room for even more remote AI core allocation. We're building a scalable command structure, one node at a time.
Nanobot Recycler for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center is fully operational. Internal resource loss has been reduced, and reclamation systems are stable.
That clears up bandwidth and gives us room to expand. More AI cores online and fewer materials wasted.
Research completed.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Final upgrade underway. Constructing the second nanite forge for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center.
The nanobot swarm isn't just about numbers. To assemble in arcology, we need a fabrication force large and stable enough to support massive construction elements. Without this forge, the swarm simply lacks the throughput to lift, position, and fuse megastructure scale components. Once this upgrade is complete, we'll finally be able to handle the size and complexity of arcology scale assembly.
Second nanite forge for the Nanobot Swarm Control Center is operational. Nanobot production has reached peak capacity.
That's it. This megastructure is finally complete. You can cross it off the list, Mr. Riggs. The swarm is now large and fast enough to support the arcology assembly process.
Now, the next megastructure we'll take on would be the Gravitational hyperlens. Just hope I have enough room for it in this map.
A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Initiating deployment of the Gravitational Hyperlens Foundation. Once operational, it will allow us to move massive structures, such as zero-gravity construction workshops or arcologies into orbit without relying on conventional launch systems and spaceports. Unfortunately, it can't help us move smaller objects like our base buildings.
This is a very specialized structure. It is composed of 4 symmetrical phased graviton ray generators and a central lensing antenna. It is difficult to maintain due to the intense heat that these components generate. Its operating temperatures are too high for typical cooling mechanisms.
We'll need to set up a network of supercoolant refineries to keep this machine running. It may be challenging to construct and maintain, but it's a key part of our plan.
This is a marvelous machine, Ashley. But would it not be easier to build up settlements on the ground in the first place?
That is exactly how Stage 2 and Stage 3 of the standardized colonization process would play out. Military expeditions would pave their way from the Rift Station to the nearest resource-rich areas. They would destroy everything along their path and kill all of the native wildlife that could resemble any kind of threat. Airborne colonies can easily be relocated to more remote and safer locations. Thanks to our efforts, the researchers who arrive here will be able to identify safer areas before settling their arcologies on the ground.
We have not encountered a single location that would not contain hostile fauna.
That is true, but we didn't try to avoid it either. We jumped to a random place on the planet and clawed our way to survival. I know that conflict is inevitable, but we can minimize it.
Gravitational hyperlens construction complete. The primary lensing antenna is prepared for operation. Long-range mass manipulation protocols are ready for testing.
This structure doesn't provide us with many advantages when it comes to building small-scale structures. However, the gravitational lensing antenna can be paired with the orbital scanner to aid during exploration missions. It will increase the precision of our gravitational force readings, which will allow us to detect various points of interest within a given planetary location.
That is correct, Ashley. However, remember that this building has to be powered to provide this advantage. It requires a substantial amount of supercoolant and energy to function.
This is just the first step. It requires 4 additional phased graviton ray generators to be able to move an arcology into orbit. We have to finish constructing all of its components to make it fully operational.
And just like with the quantum cortex lab, at each corner set up 4 super coolant refineries. That way you get the 300 at each section.
Warning! A large group of creatures is gathering near our base. Prepare for an incoming attack.
Okay, just a visual bug or glitch. Okay then. At least it works. That's all that matters. Okay, once again, a small miscalculation. Let's try and add a fifth one on each corner and see what happens. Always something. Still love this game. Or maybe because I haven't placed pipelines with the other ones. I really need to get a health check for my eyes. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it like with the Nanobot Center. Research each level, upgrade each level.
Research completed. Warning! A hostile group of creatures is heading towards our base. Prepare for an incoming attack.
Base is under attack.
New technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction. construction of the first phased graviton ray generator. This unit will serve as the baseline anchor for the entire array. Their calibration must be very precise.
Acknowledged. Once this generator is online, we can start building the next one. They have to be constructed in sequential order.
Tower destroyed. Phased Graviton Ray Generator 1 for the Gravitational Hyperlens is operational. Output stability confirmed. Awaiting synchronization with additional units.
Excellent. This generator will allow us to detect more points of interest when scouting new areas. Let's start preparing to build the next generator.
Research completed. Weather conditions are changing. Wind speed is increasing.
These strong winds can make our life easier. Wind turbines are spinning like crazy. The wind is calming down. A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Omega-class creature detected nearby.
It could pose a serious threat to us. Let's go to its location to see what it is. Base is under attack.
Of course, right next to the new megastructure.
This is a big one.
What
we have
else?
to kill it before it can gather a larger horde.
Objective complete, Ashley. The Omega-class creature has been neutralized.
It was tougher than I expected. I hope they don't grow any bigger.
Research completed.
No, wrong structure.
Initiating deployment of the second graviton ray generator. Phase differential calibration is in progress.
Copy that. With this unit online, we can start testing directional control over the lensing array.
Phase graviton ray generator 2 for the gravitational hyperlens is complete. Joule beam modulation is synchronized. Directional modulation testing is commencing.
This unit will allow us to detect even more points of interest during our exploration missions. We're making good progress. 2 more and this megastructure will be fully operational. A new technology has been developed.
New buildings are available for construction. Commencing construction for the third phase graviton ray generator. Beam synchronization systems are preparing for integration.
We'll need to double-check the changes that we made to all of the component connectors. We have to be super careful with this building.
Phased graviton ray generator 3 for the gravitational hyperlens is active. Triangular field stabilization is successful. Lensing antenna calibration is improving.
Perfect. That gives us spatial control across 3 axes and increased situational awareness when scouting new missions. We're one step away from GHL's full operational capacity.
Research completed.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Final phase graviton ray generator deployment initiated. Completion of this unit will enable full operational capacity.
This is the last piece of the puzzle. Once it's online, we'll be able to move big objects into orbit without firing a single rocket booster. It will enable us to keep an arcology floating above ground while nanobot swarms assemble it. Lifting an object of that size would require tremendous effort using conventional means.
Colonel Nordstrom was right about that sacrifice part, Ashley. Most Riftbreakers would not risk prolonging their mission to set up all of this elaborate infrastructure. Your plan is sound. It will reduce the damage to the Galatean ecosystem, but you are putting your life on the line. These missions are supposed to be completed as quickly as possible to increase your chances of survival.
Oh, come on, Mr. Riggs. Our base is armed to the teeth, and I can easily jump back to HQ whenever you get destroyed. The attack wave that came at our base when we activated the Rift Station was the toughest challenge that we could ever expect. I'm safer here than I would be back at home.
You are trivializing this matter, Ashley. Maybe that is what makes you qualified for the job. Phased graviton ray generator 4 for the gravitational hyperlens is fully operational. All of the megastructure's components are complete. The gravitational hyperlens is now ready to function at maximum capacity.
Excellent. Finishing the hyperlens is a great achievement. We can finally cross it off our to-do list.
Well, that's all. That's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed this part as well. In the next part, we'll set up the final megastructure in the acidic biome, or one of the cultivator outposts, or to be more precise. Well, until then, have a great day. R7GL signing off.